All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports here, continuing to work our way through the end of our 2023 sim season. It feels like more often than not the Browns have had to match up with these Kansas City Chiefs and one Patrick Mahomes. Can they get the better of him here today? Time will tell as the 2023 Browns make their way out onto the field. Kit, how are we doing today?
Doing well, and yeah, we do see the Chiefs and Mahomes a lot. That speaks to their roster and how good Mahomes can be. I don't know why that just kicked me out, but back in. Anyway, definitely a big matchup here in the divisional as these Browns got hot at the right time late in the season, and obviously looking to make that push here to get to the AFC Championship.
Absolutely. So we are, again, very excited to bring this one to you. Welcome in 504, welcome in Larry, welcome in Mason, and yes, it's very good to have Kit back on the mic after another week from somewhere other than where his simming rig is.
Right, yep. Glad to be back on the mic for sure.
All right, plenty, of course, to talk about if the game proves to not be interesting with the third and final Browns preseason, although a lot of chatter happening on the Discord channel, both the in-game chat and then the just regular chatting Discord channel. Welcome in, Keith. So much of which will all have already been said. There's a look at what Mahomes did in this 23 sim season, a ho-hum 5,400 yards with another 45 touchdowns for the perennial stud muffin. Welcome in, I Love Football. First play of the AFC Division Championship winner gets the, I don't even remember who it is at this point. The two different simulations happening at once have confused me, but he's going to throw it for 4 yards to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think Tennessee and, what did we say, Vegas maybe? Winner of Tennessee and Vegas, I think, is who we play.
There it is at the bottom.
Oh, yep, thank you very much. Well done. Mahomes, big left side, knocked away. Is that Richard LeCount over there? Interesting. Looked like 39, didn't it? Hey, Tiki Toli. Now. I don't know about all that. We don't have to go, again, fully into it this early in, but I don't think we need to overreact about anything that happens in the preseason with 50% of your best players not playing. So
right. The biggest thing I think coming out of that is you want to clean up the execution, especially the
penalties, I suppose, could be a concern, yes. 2nd and 5 here, back to pass Mahomes. They set up screen left side, Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to be chased down from behind by Taven Bryan.
Yeah, and speaking of Taven Bryan, he looked pretty good in that preseason game. I was excited.
He and Elliott looked fine in the middle.
They did. I thought they were pretty solid, both of them, making nice, their presence felt, kind of holding that line well, and then, beating some blocks and making some good things happen.
Yes. So, again, I'm not overly worried until there's a reason to be worried. As Winfrey hits him wobbly and incomplete. Thought maybe we were going to get the Denzel dive for that one, but incomplete, a 4th and 8.
Or Delpit.
And a punt.
Delpit had a good position on it, too. I thought maybe he was going to make a play on the ball.
He did, yeah. So, I mean, you had Bryan and Elliott, and then you had your 3 starting linebackers, and then for a small amount of time you had Delpit and JJ3. So, maybe half of the real defense was there, and the part that generates the pass rush was not there, as this chip punt's going to check up inside the 10. So I'm not overly worried. Everybody's like, oh, Justin Fields carved us up. And it's like, again,
no, there's a lot of
overreact to anything that happens in preseason.
A lot of really integral parts to make, and a lot of that go just not there. Which, I'm not too worried about. I know a lot of folks are very upset or want, to get rid of Schwartz and, thought he was terrible and everything else. And I'm not worried about it. I'm just not. Yes, players, receivers will occasionally get into a position where they will find themselves in that mental position where they just can't seem to catch anything. I think he'll get past that. I think he's working hard, and I think they'll get him there. But obviously, you'd like to see something from him. There were some that were definitely drops and very much just dropping the ball. He should have been catching them. But on the other hand, if he gets past those things, I think he can be very good for the Browns. And if they develop him the right way, which I think I have a lot of faith in Chad O'Shea. And I think they're going to get him there. So it's just he's got to. I think listening to it was AWOC talk about it. Just getting him to that point. Getting him to look. You're struggling with it now, but turn the page, and once this is behind you, it's going to be a whole different story. So.
Well, yes, it's certainly become the new thing for the Cleveland beat to complain about. Is like they missed. It's time to cut bait. It's like the dude's played football for a year and 3 preseason games.
Right.
Like, let's just relax a little bit. And they're trying to blame him for the pick. Like, he was trying to run a slant, and the other defender, they rub routed the receiver, and he got knocked over. Like, how is that his fault that Brissett throws an interception? So
yeah, no, it's not. I mean, Brissett was thrown to a spot, and yes, it was he fell down. Now you could say, if he gets a little bit more depth, he probably gets a flag there because they're allowed to make contact within 5, and so if he gets a step of depth first before the slant, then potentially that contact happens right past 5, and then that's a penalty instead. So that's just a technique and execution piece that I think he can be a little bit better. But one of the things I liked was one of the things that happened right after that was Deshaun Watson pulled him aside, had a big long conversation with him about how we can improve that.
Right. And again, I think even a perfect example of it here is a 2nd and 1 as the Browns had to punt. Big shot from JOK. I think it was the first drive where they went deep on 3rd and 1, and it was just outside of his outstretched hands. You saw that he took the corner and the safety. I mean, they have to account for him. Yep. They have to.
They do.
And so he will be there for that purpose until further notice, because he's going to open up space for Cooper and Peoples-Jones and Bell and Njoku and your running back. So he's going to get more benefit of the doubt than anybody else will, because he has elite speed.
Yep.
And at some point, if he doesn't put it all together, he will get cut.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that.
I agree.
Put that.
Yeah,
somebody put
too.
Willie Mays Hayes style feedback.
But Tiki, I think that's taking it way too far. I think he does have football skills. I think he can put it together. There's a mental piece of the game that, especially at the NFL level, that becomes 90% mental. Right there, right now he's not there yet, but give him some time, and I think a lot of that talent will shine through.
Mahomes goes deep for Hardman, and he cannot make the beautiful one-handed catch. So anyway, we'll dig more into the game later as it arises, but we still have a 0-0 game here with the Browns, an opportunity to go to the AFC Championship, and Ward almost got the pick.
Well, and Miles too. I don't know what Miles is
Smith-Schuster
doing. I don't know what Miles is doing around the edge there. He kind of had the guy beat and then decides to do a spin move inexplicably back to the inside, right back into the blocker. You're going to look at it like right there. See him out there on the right side of your screen where he had the guy beat. He was around the edge. He should have had the sack. He had plenty of time to get there before the ball was released. And instead, he just does this spin move back, which made no sense. Once you beat the guy, you beat the guy, And then that also should have been a pick. So, a bit weird there.
Thrown to the right side. That's going to be Sky Moore on the opposite end. 7.5 to go first quarter. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy here. This is the AFC Divisional round again of our 2023 season using Madden 22 still. This will be whenever this playoff run ends, as JOK just absolutely sits Edwards-Helaire down with some fury.
What a shot. What a shot.
Whenever this season comes to an end, the 3rd and 1 completion to a wide open Kelsey. Breaks a tackle. 5. Chopped down at the 4. Saving the touchdown that time. Looked like Delpit chopping him down. And first down and goal for the Chiefs.
Yeah, after this drive, I want to make one more point to that whole discussion we were just having, and then I'll leave it alone.
It's fine. Here is touchdown to the left side. Noah Gray on the receiving end. And the Chiefs strike first here in the AFC Divisional round.
Yep, certainly leaving him in a little bit of space, and Mahomes is going to find that every time, and you put it right on him, and he's going to have a hard time dropping that. So I will say, back to that discussion real quick. One of the things both beat reporters and Browns fans are also somewhat guilty of this is we have this mindset of, and I understand being downtrodden for how many years and how bad we have been, but we give up so quickly on players, and I think, yeah, I agree with you. There's, at a certain point, he's going to have to catch the ball. And eventually they will cut him. They'll move on. But these guys are pretty smart.
Sure.
And I like their talent evaluation. I think their AB has been outstanding. I think there's a reason he's there, not just speed, but he's got actual skill that he, if he can get past the mental hurdle of, catching the ball, I think he's going to be very, very dynamic and good in this offense. But we got to get him there, and I think they will. They just got to give him a chance. And if if Browns fans and beat reporters can get behind that process and realize that it is a process that takes time, and quit cutting straight to negativity right out the gate. Just give guys a chance, and they'll surprise you in a positive way. I think Jordan Elliott is a great example of that. He looked really good to me in that preseason game. A lot of folks are talking about how bad he was the previous 2 seasons. Well, yeah, because D tackles take some time to develop. They're not just going to be, especially third-round pick, it's not going to be right out the gate, a starting quality D tackle that you can just throw out there and be great. Same thing is going to be true with Perry and Winfrey. You're going to have to give him some grace period. He will develop. I think he's got this talent, and if he doesn't develop the way they want him to, they'll move on.
For sure. Welcome in, B. Welcome in, Diablo. Welcome in, John. Good to have you guys in. Nice TFL. Big TFL that time for Ronnie Harrison. They're going to lose 6 on the pitch to the right side. And yeah, no, I think that's well said there, Keith. Yeah, we just want him to continue to improve. But yeah, I'm trying to think of, in terms of Winfrey, Aaron Donald wasn't dominant in year 1.
Yep.
Fletcher Cox was not dominant in year 1. Vita Vea wasn't dominant in year 1. That position in particular takes time.
Yep. There are a number of positions that, the game is different at the NFL level, and it takes, understanding that development is needed. Putting on some mass is needed. Some of that time with the elite strength coaches. All these things. It's all piece and part of the puzzle. Nick Harris wasn't ready out the gate. Now, I think he could have had a very good season for us. I'm very disappointed we lost him for this season. But, there was a lot of development that needed to happen. Now, it helped that he had every rep in, training camp all the way through the entire season because J.C. Cheddar never practiced. So he was always going with the number ones. He had tons of reps. So he had lots of time to develop that normally guys like that wouldn't necessarily have. So there's a lot to be said for that. The one thing I would say about this front office and leadership group that is in place now is they really know what it takes to put together, kind of a well-run organization that is going to develop, talent internally, and then put that forward. And that's how you build winning rosters. And we haven't had that in so long, we almost don't even recognize it.
For sure. Well, I know, there were people midway through a preseason game number 3 saying, let's fire Kevin Stefanski.
Which is wild to me.
What is wild? We don't know how to have any amount of success.
Right.
Nice sack there.
And Stefanski, to me, has been by far, hands down, best coach we've had since coming back. And you give him an opportunity to, with the right people in place and the development in place, I think he is going to be a long-term, very successful coach with the Browns. That's my opinion, but that's everything I've seen from him points that direction to me.
Another 3rd and long conversion. So the Chiefs have started off strong. Browns a little slow, both offensively and defensively, as to kind of pick up to the pace of the game there. But
Diablo, that's funny. Chance to hit Mahomes. And then Mason, in the right situation. Actually, I liked Kevin Stefanski's response to that. It was funny in his presser. If you caught that, they were asking him about, hey, you could line him up for 70 yards, and he's like, well, yeah, it's preseason. We can do anything we want, which is true. And maybe they will put him out there, kind of thing in a preseason just because he can. Now. In a real game, probably not, because the risk on the other side of that is you're giving them some incredible field position if he misses that. But don't think for a minute they won't, hesitate if they've got, 4 ticks left or something.
Yeah,
they've got a choice. Yeah, they got like a choice of going for a field goal to win it right now, or one
a Hail
Mary to the end zone kind of thing, they're probably putting Cade York out there and going to roll the dice and say, go get it done.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is why we drafted you.
Yes, the target line certainly scoots back for that game-winning situation, for sure. For sure. All right, 7-0. That was the first quarter, a.k.a. the debrief from yesterday. So I actually was pleasantly surprised as continued broken tackles from Travis Kelce on a 2nd and 24, and now they have a 3rd and manageable. Browns can't tackle right now. Yeah,
it was rough, and a sweet little move from Kelce, too, just making a guy miss with a very subtle juke, but it worked nicely.
It did. I thought, the biggest thing that I wanted to see, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised only because I can't say is another first down to the right side, that I watched a lot of it when he was in Miami and Indianapolis, but I think Brissett can make every throw you need him to.
Oh, yeah.
He certainly showed that yesterday. He's touch passes. He's got a strong arm for the deep ball. The checkdowns, he was accurate. So
he operated
his stat
well.
line wasn't super great, and they were obviously calling the most vanilla-est of the plays possible. But it was kind of like, okay, he can make all the throws.
Yeah, he certainly can, and of course, a few drops from Schwartz hurt him in some spots, and the interception certainly hurt. So his stat line didn't look great, but those being, if they weren't drops and had Schwartz ran a slightly deeper route, potentially either gets the flag or misses the defender, and ends up with that slant route completion. Probably looks very different. Coach was happy at the end of the game. He thought he executed it well. He thought his eyes were good. He was reading it well and seeing it well, and that's what you want. So I think Brissett actually was good in that game, even though his stat line might not show that. But now you put those other guys around him, and it's going to be a very different discussion when you've got Nick Chubb to run the ball, and you've got, and then Kareem Hunt to come out there and catch a pass or out of the backfield or what have you. I mean, there's a lot of, Amari Cooper alone is going to add a whole bunch of a different dynamic that you just don't have with those wide receivers. Is the reason why they went and got Amari Cooper. And, yes, a lot of folks are saying, Amari Cooper, one injury to him and this wide receiver core is not great. And there's potentially some truth to that, but and of course it was all designed for Watson too, which he's a guy that very much will elevate players around him. But Brissett certainly is not going to let you down, and I think he can make all of those throws. I agree. What I saw out there from him, I was very pleased with, and that one catch, it was a very difficult catch for that was the long bomb to Schwartz. It was a very, very difficult catch. It was just maybe give it, a nice little run up the middle, a nice little forearm shiver to boot from Nick Chubb, but maybe just a hair off that ball deep, and Schwartz comes down with it, I think. Hey, welcome in, Phil. Go Browns. You too, Darnell. And
go Browns, indeedy. Indeedy Kinkabwala. All right, double tight ends to the right side. All right, let's try to get back to the game here, see if we can get our boys into this a little bit. Another handoff to the right side. Chubb, good movement from the line as well, and Bolton will make the tackle, but not before Chubb is able to get 8, 2nd and 2. Pistol look here. They'll play action. Watch out. Pressure. And he's got to get rid of that ball. He's got to feel it. That's Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, it's got to be
this year's rookie corner.
Speaking of Aditi, did you see the little interview there with AWOC and JJ3? And
yes.
That was so entertaining. And one of the things I thought was super positive about that particular interview is these guys genuinely like each other. And you can tell the chemistry is there on the defense. You get all your starters back out there. If they're a healthy unit, I think this very much has the potential to be one of the best, if not the best defense in the NFL.
Yep, nice first down there on a 3rd and 11. They needed to have it here just to slow down the Chiefs' momentum a little bit, if nothing else, or give our defense a break. Here comes Kareem. He's got a lead blockers. Chubb, first down, running more for Hunt. He's inside the 35-yard line. First down, Browns from Kareem.
Yeah, I like the fact that even though they're down 10 right now, they're not afraid to run it and utilize those weapons in the backfield, which we see both of them out there right now. Love that, too.
Love this little split formation with both of them in there. We'll see if it's real. Watson fires right side, picked! Njoku never turned around.
Yep, that one's on the Chief.
Intercepted.
That was on the Chief. He was expecting him on a little button hook there to just show his face back to the quarterback. It was a bit of a timing route here, and Chief never came back to the ball. I think he made his break, but then didn't look for it. And and I don't know if he thought he was supposed to be out on an out route, like it was a little option, and it was button versus the little out, and he chose the out, and Watson not on the same page ends up throwing it to the spot where he wasn't looking for it.
Yeah, you do not need to be giving the Chiefs here extra possessions. Mahomes 16-19 now for $167. Still in this first half now. Back to pass Mahomes, some pressure coming. Firing deep right side, tipped and almost picked. Ward was on his way to the ground. He gets to be in the zone for that PBU, but that would have been a sick pick.
Yeah, it would have been really fun.
3rd and 1, left side, first down achieved, and then Taki ball's out. It's going to be picked up by Newsome. I think he was maybe down, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It was pretty late coming out, but maybe, just maybe, before his knee went down, the ball came. No, he's definitely down.
I think he's definitely laying on the ground. Definitely laying on the ground here at Geha Field.
No, if you want to skip this one.
Yes.
But no, that one's way down. You see it come out. We're really late there as he's laying on the ground. So no doubt that's Chiefs ball.
Shotgun look. 8:08 to go, first half. Mahomes back to pass again. Browns have sacked him 3 times, but then they've been able to convert on long 3rd downs. There's another first down conversion as Kelsey has been the Browns killer so far. Keith was right. He always plays well against us, sim or real.
It's his favorite team in the NFL. He doesn't play for them, though. I wish he did, but there's a reason he plays tough against Cleveland.
Why can't he, like Roquan Smith, it and hold out and be like, trade me?
Yep.
I'm not playing for you. Although I heard that Roquan Smith ended his hold in this what played last night in his back.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, Earl, welcome in.
Yeah.
This'll look for the Chiefs now. Back to pass. Browns rushing 4. Pressure around the outside is Miles. He'll throw over the middle into traffic, and Walker knocks down Hardman right away. 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Browns defense can be getting a little tired here. They've been on the field a lot.
They have been. Offense doing them no favors.
Pressure is taken care of. Mahomes deep left side. Jumps and caught it for a touchdown. It looked like the ball, a little marker said it was going to be out of bounds, but somehow Hardman goes up and grabs it. Gets the toes he's in, and a touchdown for the Chiefs. It's been all Kansas City so far.
A little floater there. He just put on a spot and trusted his man to come back to it. And, that just dropping it in and an incredible play
sweet
from
looking catch. It's actually a pretty sweet catch.
It was.
I've seen that one before.
Dragged it in with one hand and made sure he was still in bounds in the process. Little snag.
Yeah. Earl, we spent most of the first quarter talking about it, so I don't want to rehash it, but the short answer is no.
Yeah,
we're
definitely not worried about him. Think he's going to be good for us. Put all the starters around him. Think it's going to look very different from what you saw.
Yes. All starters and a real game plan.
Yep.
No, never say never, Mason. It's still early, but we need some points, and we need them in a hurry here. 6:18 to go. Scoring drive at the end of the half would be real good. And anyway, if we lose, then we'll be full-time into Madden 23, which I thought the first preseason game, a lot of the things that we had looked for to be kind of cleaned up certainly seemed a little bit smoother in terms of the new gameplay. Pistol look here on a 2nd and 6. Watson. Now he'll climb the pocket. Now he'll throw left side. He's got the Chief right at the sticks. Give him the spot. They will. Yeah, first down.
Loved the depth on that route, just stopping right at the sticks. That's how you should do it.
Here comes Kareem up the middle, breaking some tackles. Nice little run. They're going to give him 7 on first down. He already has 7 carries for 34 yards. Does Kareem Hunt.
Yep, video evidence hitting it from 70 in preseason. That was wild. Or the practice before the preseason game, or whatever, the warm-ups. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, maybe kick less 70-yarders in warm-ups and save it for the games. And if you listen to his post-game presser, he said on the 58-yarder that he missed, he's like, oh, I just didn't hit it right.
Yeah.
And then he hit it from 57 the next time. So he's like, okay.
Yep.
Again, with plenty of leg.
Yep, not worried about it.
He was like, yeah, he's like, I just didn't attack it well enough from 58. I don't attack it from 58. I only attack it from 70. Chubb to the left side. This is exactly what the Browns here need on this drive. Eat a little clock, get your defense a rest, score a touchdown at the end of it.
He actually, from what I understand, he treats it just like a golf swing, which is what you should. He tries to, regardless of where he's kicking kicking from, he tries to hit his A ball, no matter where he's at. If it's a 19-yard chip shot or a 70-yard win the game for the NFL record, he always tries to hit his A ball. It's wide open, Bell. Wow, that was sweet.
Nice play there, little boot to the left side, got the levels. And Bell, how about Bell in that one drive? It was like Bell, 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 Bell down the field.
Yeah, that was awesome. I loved that. And really, I mean, just spoke really nicely to his route running skills and ability to just snag the ball out of the air, which you love seeing. But especially the route running skills. I mean, again, people were worried about his speed. There's a reason he dropped down to us at 99, but he didn't have that
Blazing
speed. But there's game speed, and then his ability just to create separation for himself.
Hooper, touchdown! Sweet little dig across the middle. Everybody else had cleared it out. He caught it and worked his way into the end zone. Touchdown Browns. Finally onto the board here, 17-7 with York's kick coming up.
Yeah, it's certainly a good thing, Earl, to have a kicker we can all be confident in for at long last. It feels really good.
And York's kick is out of the back of the end zone. 17-7, 1:55 to go. Yeah, I know it is a weird feeling for sure, Earl. It is a weird feeling. I mean, really, since Phil Dawson.
But I like it.
But I do like it. Even when we get ticky-tack about complaining about missed 58-yarders that were not missed by a lot and not missed because they were short.
Right.
Like it just ducked outside of the upright.
Or the other one that he missed where you're like, oh, if only he'd kicked it from 65, then he'd have hit that one.
Right, because it was hooking back in, yeah. For sure, Keith. For sure. There's definitely something to that, and I think you're going to see a lot of that as Mahomes goes deep right side and knocked away by the Warden. I think you're going to see a lot of that when you finally get to see Amari Cooper play.
Yes.
In terms of that quick twitch, his route running is just gross.
Oh, yeah.
Again, all of the reports from that Eagles joint practice are that he was just toasting Darius Slay on double moves all day long. Mahomes over the middle, and they'll convert again as Owusu-Koramoah was all over Kelsey, and he was still able to body him up for the first down catch, his seventh of the half.
It's like the separation you saw in Building the Browns if you caught the episode of MJ Emerson on that. Like, you could tell he just got absolutely torched on a double move. And, he's going to come back from that and learn from it. But, like, that sweet separation, that's the kind of stuff that Bell will give you, that Cooper will give you, which is awesome. You love having that because creating separation, that's really all you need to be a good receiver at the NFL level.
Indeed, they'll dump it left side, tackled inbounds, and that will require them to use their first timeout. Do the Chiefs. Mahomes now back to pass again. He'll fire left side into traffic and tackled right away by Newsome, but it will be caught. And then timeout called immediately, and they are getting perilously close to Butker range.
Yeah, Earl, we talked about that quite a bit early as well.
Yes, that's also in the beginning of the sim, yes.
Big conversation. The short answer to that question is yes, absolutely. They're going to stick with Schwartz.
Yes, they will. Miles froze. Do you see that? He just stopped moving. End zone almost intercepted by Denzel. Second and 10 now. 40 seconds to go. Mahomes short over the middle again. Nice tackle in space by Owusu-Koramoah. Guess who? Again, number 8 on the half for Kelsey, and he's over 100 yards receiving. Again, just here in the first half. They're going to let the clock run, saving that final timeout. Mahomes, shotgun. Creed Humphrey snaps it back to him. Back to pass. Here comes Miles around that right tackle. Kennard. And it's going to be sacked. And it's going to be Elliott right up the middle. And that's going to push him out of field goal range.
Yeah, unless you got a Cade York on your side,
Somebody's
you're not going to be kicking this one.
They call timeout in order to punt the football with 4 seconds.
That's super weird considering you're giving the Browns one shot here to have, not that you're going to, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, just boot
kick
it
it
out.
out of
But you could have
bounds,
just let the clock run down. You didn't have to use that timeout. That was weird.
Yeah, that was super weird.
All right, 17-7. Browns ended it on a good note. Started out very, very Chiefs heavy, where we were, luckily we were talking about the game last night in real life. And again, if you want to chat with us during the games real time, another great reason to join the Discord channel. There's an invite link in the description of this video, and in-game chat is something that we do regularly, and even if Kit and I are not available, which plenty of you were in the chat without Kit and I last night, which was cool as well. So another reason to join the Discord channel. It's free and easy to use. Da-da-da. All right, that's my Reading Rainbow end of the story sound. Here we go, 17-7 now. Second half, chance to go to the AFC Championship. Watson, quick little throw left side, wide open Bell. He'll get past the 30 to the 34-yard line. Watson just 9 of 10 for 93 yards here in the touchdown. Again, as they have been run heavy to start, but also just haven't had the ball very much.
Yeah, but can you fly twice as high?
Watson, hit as he throws, and that's going to be the second pick for Thornhill. And he's going to go 10-5. Touchdown, Chiefs. Whoa.
Gross.
Pressure.
And it looked like miscommunication again. Threw on the other side of the receiver.
Well, he got hit as he threw, which made when he was just trying to throw an out route to the Chief, and he just couldn't get enough on it because he got hit as he threw. And how about getting real lucky? Thornhill got beat, but because he was beaten so badly, he was in enough of a trail position to get that gift of a football, and now the hole gets a little bit deeper. Yeah, Earl, we haven't really talked much about that either. I think it's a load of crap personally, but which is funny because on Twitter, people can go back and find it, like Booger and Ryan Clark and stuff. It's like, Miles should be in jail and take him away forever, and then they're like, ha ha ha, practice, ha ha ha. They're like, are you seriously going to laugh about this one this time? Like, come on, dudes. All we wanted for you to apologize to Miles.
No, it's all the echo chamber nonsense that's going on. I mean, that's just, unfortunately, cultural. But,
yes.
So big, ugly reaction in prime time, and everybody's got to be louder and more, and he needs to go to jail. This is assault nonsense, and then it's not... Just suddenly you have the exact same thing. It just happens in a different setting, and there isn't that public outcry because it's not.
Correct.
It's dumb.
Indeed. Here's a little motion and a pop pass to Schwartz. Can he get the corner? He cannot. Thornhill again. Man, he's having a whale of a game here so far. Thornhill.
Yeah, I saw
that. That's true, Phil. Yeah.
And also true, Phil.
Yes, he was allowed one, but the first one, the Chief ran the wrong route. The second one, he got hit, so that's why he's got 2 in the game. 3rd and 3 now, back to pass. Fires a dart. Peoples-Jones bursts down to the 50 and beyond.
Well, the beauty of this is the down and excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
You're fine.
The down and distance is what sets that up. The Browns in a 3rd and 3. That short 3rd and manageable situation is it really opens up your playbook and allows for a lot more to happen. There's a nice little throw to Bell out on the outside there. Really nobody on him. But the fact that they had that 3rd and 3, the open playbook, now they can start taking some more aggressive shot plays out of it, knowing that they're probably going to catch the defense in a defense that is not set up for that. So actually well executed there on offense, and it's that staying ahead on schedule that allows for it.
Absolutely it does. Here comes Kareem now on a left outside zone scheme, and he'll get 1. Looked like the Chief kind of let off his block a little early. Frank Clark got there. 3rd and 3 again here for the Browns. Good balance, 16 runs to 14 passes. Blitz coming from everywhere. Watson going deep to the right side and almost picked again. Incomplete at the 29, not the play I would have chosen as the Chiefs blitz to the farm.
Well, I thought that maybe DPJ would still come down with that, as it looked like he had a position to at least make a play on the ball, but unable to come away with it, unfortunately.
Good thing Kid York's in the game, and he's up and he's good. And we cut into the lead 24-10. Defense needs to stop here. We haven't had that key turnover that we've had so many times in this sim season to kind of get us back on track. Really need to have it here.
Yeah, certainly. We've had some opportunities at it, and certainly the one fumble that wasn't. But gotta find a way to take that ball away here.
Absolutely. Hey, welcome in, James. Oh, and Miles sniffs out the screen. Nicely done there. They're going to lose 4. Yeah, I was saying that too, sort of facetiously, Keith. Like, whatever he got, it should be twice as long because he hit multiple people with 2 helmets, right?
That's right.
Well, the NFL has no jurisdiction over practice. It would be on the Rams to punish him. Yeah, I'm sure the Rams are going to give him a 6-game suspension, which is the Myles Garrett suspension. That one's caught on the sideline. Did he get both feet in? Sky Moore.
I don't know that he did. I thought he got hit out of bounds and did not get his feet in, but let's take a look here.
We're going to get a free replay here, the next-gen stats. Not that I have any control over it, whether or not he sims it or not.
Ooh, I don't know.
Really hard to tell.
I think he might have been out.
And Cleveland's going to challenge.
Good. I like this challenge. I think he might just be out. Certainly worth a challenge here in this spot, down 24-10. You got to take a chance. I don't know.
I think maybe there was some sort of wacky animation that, I don't know, did that left foot touch?
I don't think it did. I think he's out of bounds with that left foot first. I don't think he actually touched it down. He had a position to, but I don't think he did.
3rd and 14. Good call. Good job, Madden, to get the call right. Cleveland doesn't lose a timeout, and it's 3rd and 14. Let's remember that play. That could end up being a big turning point here.
For sure.
For the Browns. Left side pick. Oh, I thought he picked it. Instead, Harbin's to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, 30, 25, 20. Harrison's got an angle, but he misses. Touchdown. Unbelievable.
What is happening?
I don't know.
That was
all
rough.
Of the things.
That was rough.
I thought Newsome picked it for sure.
I thought so too. He had
and then
jump.
Hardman just ran away from him.
But that's the risk. That's the risk. You go for that football there in that position. You're giving up the opportunity to make a play on the player. Because if you jump for the ball there, if you're not absolutely certain that you're either at least going to get a hand on it to break it up or take the ball away, then you've got no tackler if there isn't a second defender over top. And exactly what just happened, where even with a decent angle, a missed tackle later, and you're into the end zone.
Yep. All right, well, down 21, 9:55 to go, 3rd quarter. I would say if there's no touchdown at the end of this drive, that may be it, folks. The dream would be over. We'll officially retire Madden 22 as a video game.
None too soon.
Right side, short throw again. There's the Chief. He'll pick up a few.
Although there is time.
2nd and 4. There's still enough time.
Here, yeah.
Firing left side, short over the middle, and caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's a first down to the 36. Efficient so far.
Yeah, but we can't waste too much time here. We gotta have a little bit more explosiveness here on some of these plays.
Here comes Chubb to the right side. Give him 6 more. Nice run on first down. But again, yes, you wish that they would show a little more urgency. And now Watson will shift the play into a little bit of a pistol look here, which just unfortunately takes more time right now. And now they'll rope. Option keeper, left side, first down. Slide. He's not going to. 10 yards, first down for Watson. Lucky to hold on to the football now. Browns now 3 first downs in a row. Driving decently well. Pistol look again. He's got lots of time. Great protection. Fires long dig over the middle. It's first down to Cooper to the 34-yard line, and they're continuing to roll. Welcome in, Mitchell. Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy game.
Yep.
And not in a good way, as this one's going to be blown up by Chris Jones. Poor Ethan Posick got manhandled by Chris Jones in the middle of that time. Loss of 2. Just the first tackle for big Chris Jones in there.
Well, it feels like every time something has gone right for the Browns here in this sim has been immediately responded by something going right back to the Chiefs.
Yes, flukishly right. Here's a long throw near the sticks for Cooper. He gets hit hard but holds on to the football. And that's going to be a 3rd and 1. It's definitely been like a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of a game for the Browns so far. That does put Watson into the zone.
Yeah, lots of maddening action going on in this one.
And they'll go empty, sending a running back to the right side, which is real. We saw that a lot yesterday in the sim. Watson fires over the middle into traffic, and Bell got whacked. Incomplete, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
They have to.
Yes, they do. Chubb and Hunt. It's Hunt with Chubb blocking. First down to the 20. Give him 8 yards on a 4th and 1. Kareem Hunt. And the Browns continue the drive. Gutsy call there.
I love that those two are not afraid to block for each other and absolutely will hook the brother up in terms of being out there and put their bodies on the line to get the other guy open for some yardage.
Firing to the right side, out of bounds at the 11. Just a 5-yard gain for DPJ. Under center, Watson. Turn around. Nick Chubb, broken tackle, and they'll get him at the 10. Just a gain of 1. As Nick Bolton, their rookie from last year, Missouri linebacker, makes the tackle. 3rd and 3. We're about 4 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still time, but must score a touchdown. Fires it left side. Wide open for Bryant, and his momentum takes him out of bounds. 2 yards short, rather. 4th and 2. And for inexplicable reasons, we should kick a field goal here.
Ugh.
I hate this.
Gross.
I hate you, Madden.
If it wasn't for the fact the quarterback would stand still for all the throws we need to put out there, I'd almost suggest Coach would avoid that nonsense.
It only works, Coach. It only works when we're trying to chew the clock prematurely because we're up 70-0 or something.
That's right. That's sad. Situational football is such a vital part of the game, and it makes all the difference in the world. Going for it there in 4th and 2 and getting a touchdown, it's a very different game.
Yep. Mahomes in the zone now as well. He's got that bazooka X factor, so it means he can throw it even farther. And that's going to be tough. We need a turnover. We need a big turnover. We need it to happen now.
And preferably a pick 6 or a scoop and score.
That's right. A little bit chunk too. That's right. Back to pass now. Over the middle, caught. Smith-Schuster right at the sticks. Tackle by Newsome, but the first down is achieved. Up to the midfield stripe.
Right.
Fortunately, Kansas City not smart enough to go into a chew clock mode yet here either. Delayed handoff is Edwards-Helaire up the middle, and he'll get ripped down by the Browns after a short gain. 2nd and 8.
I think Ward is due a pick here, and hopefully a pick 6.
Yes, that would be lovely. He's got, I think he had, 14 or something in the sim season for us this year as they bring Edwards-Helaire back into the backfield. Back to pass. Mahomes, pressure. He's going to get hit as he throws by Winfrey. Deep to the right side. End zone. Incomplete. Smith-Schuster and Ward fighting for it all the way to the back of the end zone. That was a cool 70 yards in the air. 3rd and 8. Browns coming. Right side. Caught for a first down again. With sticky coverage by these Browns, but the Chiefs are just making crazy catches today.
Yeah, Ward had his hand in there, but Juju, just with a better catch, able to rip it away from Ward for a positive catch.
Indeed. Back to pass, setting up screen left side, and Edwards-Helaire isn't ready. Greedy was there too. And fortunately, that one will stop the clock. First incompletion of the drive.
Almost looked like that one could have been picked, which would have been 6 for sure.
Just not our day today for sure. So far, Madden. So far, Mason on Madden. Right side. Short throw to Smith-Schuster. Gets hit, but hit in bounds. I guess the clock's not stopping it anyway by Delpit. I was relieved to hear that Stefanski said both Teller and Delpit would have gone back into the game if it was a real game. So that's very, very, very nice to hear.
And Ronnie Harrison and A.J. Green as well, ready to start week 1. So all 4 of your guys you might have had concern on look like they'll play, and hopefully we'll have Ward and Newsome as well. So should have hopefully outside of Deshaun, should have a full.
Yep.
Well, and I guess Nick Harris.
Yeah, Nick Harris.
Grant.
Yep.
but still, certainly a all the guys you wanted to see, and none of the guys going down to a unfortunate late preseason injury, which would have been awful.
Which would have been very brutal. All right, Watts is still in the zone, so the teams trade field goals. The only problem is our previous field goal started 8 minutes ago. That was the drive. Chubb up the middle, breaking some tackles. Nice run for him. He's got 9 carries for 50 yards. But again, at this point, going to have to stay in the air, I think, a lot.
Yep.
Got to score 3 touchdowns here, boys, and they're not going to get a snap off this side of the quarter break. You're right, Mason. It needs to be a quick score.
Well, and that
otherwise, it could be all she wrote.
That is the one downside to starring a whole bunch of running plays in a
Correct,
playbook,
yes.
because now we're stuck with it, where it's
Yes.
going to, almost by default, run the ball a lot more than you would want them to here.
Correct. Yes, in game, all those runs we starred. Watson, nice throw, left side, caught it. David Bell to the 45, but still just 193 yards passing for Watson. 4th catch for Bell, though. He's had a nice day. They got to hurry. Watson, shotgun again. Back to pass, firing right side, just kind of effortlessly got it again to the Chief, fighting for the out-of-bounds line. Still tackled inbounds, but they're up to the 22. Justin Reed, the safety, on the tackle.
And you almost wish that Madden would have a whole team of guys working on just the situational football, like the Browns have a whole team of guys just working on fourth downs.
That's right, just for 4th down. Yes, that's true. It's a short throw to Cooper. That's wild, James. I hadn't heard that. 5 wide. Empty for Watson. 4-man rush. He'll fire left side, out route to the Chief. 10, 5, 3, and he'll go down at the 3. They got to punch it in now. Let's go.
That's just insane. Insane to me.
Yep. Back to pass, pressure. He'll fire over the middle. Caught, touchdown to the Chief. All right, let's go. It's like a soccer goal. Get the ball out of the goal, take it right back to the midfield stripe, and kick it off again.
Got to get going.
We will get the slam here. So that's one of the 3 touchdowns they needed. I feel like one of them may have to be on defense.
I think it's going to have to be a pick 6 or a scoop and score is really what you're going to have. It's going to have to be a quick score, and then you got to get your offense back out there relatively quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you got to score
with a 3 and out.
Unless you go 3 and out. I was going to say, you go 3 and out, and you could score. If you had 2 3 and outs, you wouldn't have to necessarily have a defensive score. But
True.
Every tick is precious this time. A special teams one would be good. Instead, he'll get knocked to the ground there. He had a couple of fumbles on kick return.
But certainly nice coverage.
I'm sure Prefer was excited about.
Nice kick coverage there to hold them to the 16. Certainly like that.
I think for their backup, Earl, they don't have a backup quarterback other than P.J. Walker. Pop pass to Sky Moore to the right side. The Browns will get there, but then he kind of blocks or shoves one of those defenders out of the way. We'll end up picking up 5. Shotgun look on a 2nd and 5. Quick throw! Oh, he was there again! Delpit! Oh, incomplete, but he thought about it. That was going to be it.
Oh, that would have been huge right there, because there's no way he doesn't score from there.
Yep. All right, 3rd and 5. I think Mahomes is cocky enough. He's going to throw the football here. I would run it, of course, but he's in a shotgun, and he's going to be back to pass. And he's going to check it left side, and look at MJ Emerson stick him right at the line. 3 and out.
And that's very much true to life. That's one of the things you have to love about Emerson is he's not afraid of contact. He's very physical at the point of attack, and he is going to make those tackles in space like that. And he's been so good. Got to give him credit for being a 3rd-round pick. He's been great.
A broken tackle on a punt return for Felton. He's got him up to the 29. He caught that at the 14. Watson still in the zone. 11:24 to go. 14-point deficit. A chance to play in the AFC Championship for a 2nd consecutive season. Can they do it? Watson, deep post. Got it! Cooper, first down to midfield. Oh boy, hold on to your butts, friends. Here we go.
Yeah, and that was important. That the big play there, building some confidence, and you're just about took that momentum out of Kansas City's court.
Yep,
finally.
you're right. Absolutely, you have. Here we go, left side. They're actually going to hand it off. Chubb, he's got a hole. First down to the 40. Nick Chubb for 11. Inside the 40-yard line and healthily into Kansas City's territory now. Chubb and Hunt in the game. Osick, ball in the right hand, snaps it back to Watson. Both Max protect, Chubb and Hunt stay in. That gives time for PBJ to the 20, makes a man miss to the 15-yard line. First down, Browns in the red zone.
And this offense finally woke up. This is what they've been looking for all game long, but finally firing on all cylinders, just what you need when you had to have it.
Come on, touchdown here, touchdown here. Put all the pressure on Kansas City. Watson, pressure, right side, throw it short over the middle. And it was caught by Njoku. I think he was kind of surprised to get the ball. He sort of stood there for a second and then got tackled.
Yeah.
2nd and 8 after a 2-yard throw.
I think it might have got tipped at the line because it kind of took a downward trajectory that I don't think it was expected.
2nd and 8 here. Back to pass now. Pump fake right side. Watson fires it. Got his man Bell. First down to the 5. First and goal, Browns. I mean, for me, not super long. I mean, I have Braylon Edwards' signature. You know, once they're on my team, I root for them, especially because when DPJ was at Michigan, we were just owning them. Yeah. As Watson will throw it out of bounds wisely. 8:26 on the clock. Got to get a touchdown here.
No, actually, DPJ was a guy that I had tagged, was very excited about as a potential receiver. That they, you know, especially once he started to drop into that 7th round, I'm like, that's a guy I want. Like, if we can get him, that would be awesome. Because I thought he had potential, and so I was very excited when they picked him.
3rd and goal now. Got to get it in the end zone, although I appreciate Watson being safe and not turning that ball over. Backside touchdown! There he is! Right on cue, James Donovan Peoples-Jones and the Browns with 14 unanswered points here.
Yeah, and how about that catch for DPJ too? Not this one specifically, although that was great also, but that catch in the preseason game where he just dove to catch that ball. It was not the best throw, but DPJ made an incredible catch on it.
Yes, he did. All right, folks, we got ourselves a game now. 8:16 to go. One-score game. Mahomes versus Watson. Reed versus Stefanski. Winner gets a chance to play in the AFC Championship.
Well, this is where your best unit has got to get going. You got to see that best unit. Really, your defense has got to show up here as a big coverage again. Love that from MJ Emerson getting downfield quick and making a solid tackle in space. But you got to get this defense. Got to roll here.
All right, Browns with some momentum now for the first time in the game, and Winfrey shuts him down at the line. Beautiful. Loss of 1.
Beautiful getting off that block in a hurry and just finding a way. He just picked the side. You can see him stand him up, and then he picked the side. The running back went off, shut the block right into the tackle. That was beautiful.
Shotgun trips to the right side now. Kelsey tight to the left. Back to pass against a 4-man rush. Winovich in there for some stamina reasons. Again, Winfrey chasing and forces Mahomes to throw it out of bounds, which stops the clock, and it's 3rd and 11. Now Clowney back in, so Winovich just in for one quick stamina sub situation. Back to pass. They double-team Miles with Kelsey, and now we're going to get a flag and rip down to the ground. Big throw to the right side. Jump ball! Tipped and incomplete! He threw that one to the 10 from the 17.
Yeah, a holding here on the offense, and that's going to be declined, which is going to bring up a 4th down and a punt from the 17.
And Madden smart enough to decline that one, and so Townsend going to be in to punt it again. The little wind-aided side as we saw York taking it out of the back of the end zone. Big punt to the right side, Felton at the 35 to the 40 to the 45. A couple of decent, like 10-yard punt returns for Felton here too.
Yeah, certainly fun, and starting with some good field position here, 7-17. And you certainly want to put together a good, solid drive here. But credit Perry and Winfrey in particular making that defensive stand and 3 and out. That was all him.
That was his drive. Little boot to the right side. Fires it into a tight window and caught by Peoples-Jones at the 33. Here we go, Browns.
What a sweet thread the needle that was. That took absolute precision to make that possible, and just a bullet from Deshaun Watson. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Pistol look here. Trips to the left side. Njoku, Bell, and Cooper, and they'll run it up the middle. It's almost like a Bengals situation. It's like, don't score too soon, don't score too soon. But the way your defense is playing, I don't know if it matters right now. Here's a little throw. He's got Bell on a first down and thrown out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Call it the 19, and the Browns have a first down in the red zone.
Well, ideally here, if you score and tie the game, you want to give your defense, hopefully one more 3 and out and give your offense another chance, and that's the drive you want to take all the clock.
Correct. Blitz coming right up the middle, and Watson eats it. Leo Chenal, the rookie this coming season, we will see him in Kansas City out of Wisconsin. 2nd and 19. Living up to the billing right now, Mason, isn't he? And now he'll step up in the pocket and he'll take off. Just kidding, he won't take off. He'll throw it out of bounds. Save the time. Smart choice.
Yep.
All 3 timeouts, but you're at a 3rd and 19. Back to pass. Blitz coming. They pick it up for now. He fires it into the end zone. Incomplete, as it looked like Cooper actually knocked that one down. So now we're going to go with York here to try to cut the lead in half. On a 4th and 19, feels like what you got to do, and York is true. Great kick into the wind for Cade. A cool 45-yarder, but he drills it, and now it's 34-30.
The situation doesn't change at all with a field goal there. You certainly needed the points either way, whether it came on this drive or the next drive, didn't matter. But now, obviously, you need the touchdown next drive. But you got first. It starts with the defense here. Got to get one more stop, hopefully a 3 and out. Give yourself plenty of time, and then a clock to get to the end zone. Got to use it all.
Yep. Defense is hot right now. Let's stay hot, boys. Mahomes under center. Back to pass against the 4-man rush. Here comes Miles right side. On the sideline, there he is! Denzel! The 30 to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and pushed out of bounds at the 4! Denzel finally does it! First and goal, Browns!
There it is, and that's another way to get it done here, because now you've got your offense in a position to take the lead. Defense is hot, so if they come back out on the field, they're probably going to be fired up and ready to do something like that again, or a 3 and out. And then, with the offense in control, chew clock, and put this one to bed.
Wow, the Warden finally got it. We've been calling for it all game.
Yes, sir.
Back to pass, Watson, blitz coming again. Back in the end zone, touchdown! Amari Cooper, the Browns take the lead at Arrowhead. 4:41 on the clock.
And I love the fact that they left no doubt whatsoever. Brought out the very best play they had and threw an absolute dime to the end zone. Beautiful execution there. First play touchdown to capitalize on that turnover. And now suddenly the Browns are exactly where we've been calling for them to be all game. Doesn't matter if they wake up late, they've done enough. They've got a position. They just got to close out.
Yep, now they got to close. 4:41. Man, how good have these Browns-Chiefs games been kind of in the history of our sim? They've always been tight for sure.
Yeah.
Good tackle by Fields on special teams. 37-34. Remember the Chiefs led 31-10.
That's right.
We kicked a field goal to make it 31-13 with like a minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's right.
It has been a wild 4th quarter. Yep, Fellegren, you can't ever count Digital Watson and the Browns out. Maybe in real life we'll get that. 2 up the middle, and Elliott shuts him down.
That's right.
As they try to get sneaky and run up the middle, and Elliott says, "You shall not pass."
That's right. These D tackles having a big game here.
That's true. James has been kind of good luck Chuck for us recently. When he gets on, the Browns start doing well. Mahomes firing left side, caught with some space. He's got a first down and more. That's Sky Moore again to the 42, and that puts Mahomes exactly at 400 yards through the air in the game. It has been a good game, Chris G. They're fun win. I mean, when we win 70-3, that's a different kind of fun, but this one's certainly entertaining at least.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes back to pass. Broke it through. Clowney hits him. He's going to go deep to the left side. Over everybody's head. That bazooka, unfortunately, threw it over everybody's head because he's got wind aided behind him as well. And it's going to make it incomplete. 2nd and 10. He finds Kelsey again. That's where I would go if I was him.
Oh, yeah.
And he fires it again. Delpit makes a good tackle, but the first down is made. Kelsey, 10 catches, $133. 504 says that it's Newsom's term now. 9 in the box here for the Browns. Back to pass. Crosser's coming. Caught in the middle. And that's going to be Edwards-Helaire, actually a little angle out of the backfield, and they are into Butker field goal range now. I don't know, Mason. Maybe you let him score. Maybe you just give him the field goal. I mean, not a touchdown, but like give him the field goal. if you can, and then get a chance to win it. Here comes Miles chasing. It'll go. Get that ball out, Miles. But he'll sack him to the 36, and that should take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, setting them up here in a 2nd and 19, obviously you want to play tough second down here in this long. You can set them up for a 3rd and long would be ideal because obviously field goal is not going to get it done.
The giant R2 button is back for those people who are superstitious. It's good, usually a good sign for us. Pressure coming in, Miles! All the way back to the 50, and I'm not sure if that's enough room for Butker.
No, he's out of range now, so that's even bigger. Now you're in a position where you can win with the right play, with the right defensive play here.
3rd and 32. Mahomes, 5 wide, back to pass. He's got time. He's going to fire short and tackled right away by Delpit. Trailing Hardiman, and they pick up 3 yards. It's 4th and 30 from the 47-yard line. Do they try it? 64-yarder. They will with Butker.
Wow.
Oh, my.
For the game.
Browns playing base defense here. Butker's kick is up. He's got the wind to his back. It's up, and it's...
Wow!
Browns are going to win the game.
Wow!
Up of the crossbar. Myles Garrett single-handedly. You're right, Pellegrin.
Oh, what a finish!
And off of the crossbar from 64.
What a finish!
Oh, my. Oh, what a game.
Oh, you couldn't have scripted that any better. That was amazing.
Oh, man. Incredible. That's funny, John. They need a D2 button. 1st and 10. Give it to Chubb. He'll go to the left for a few. They call their 2nd timeout. Unbelievable. A comeback for the ages indeed, Diablo. It's not over. Madden 22 isn't ready to get chucked in the garbage just yet.
You had heard us talking about it.
I know. Chubb carrying that ball with 4 hands, it seems like. Keeping it nice and tight to the body. He'll go down. And now they are officially in. It's 3rd and 10. And they're going to, this thing can go all the way down to about 3 seconds left before they, this is one of those ones where you just drop back and chuck it out of bounds, or, yeah, you just punt this thing as high and far out of bounds as you can. Do not even give the other team an opportunity to return it, which is kind of what Bojorquez does. And the guy calls for a fair catch. And so you're actually going to give, so dumb. You're actually going to give Mahomes a chance to chuck it to the end zone with 5 seconds.
Wow.
They're out of field goal range. No timeouts. It's going to be Mahomes floating it as far as he can, unless Madden throws the stupid PI penalty. Left side. He's not even close to the end zone. I think it might have been picked off, actually, by Newsome. They're going to say incomplete, but that's the game. 0-0. Browns win. Holy crap.
Yeah, that one was
what
one
a
for
game.
The ages. That was incredible. So glad I got to be back on for this one. That was fun.
Oh my, a big win for the Browns. And they're going to the AFC Championship, 1 game away from a chance to defend their Super Bowl title. As we'll look at Mahomes' stats here: 53 pass attempts, 3 touchdowns, over 430 yards. Kelsey was incredible. Hardman was great. Their defense was pretty solid. Again, the safeties leading tacklers, no surprises. Each of them also had an interception, a couple of sacks as well. But that 64-yarder that doinked off the crossbar, unbelievable. Watson 31 of 39, 336, 4 TDs, 2 interceptions. On the ground, 13 carries for Chubb, 12 carries for Hunt, both of them with 4.6-yard averages. I would say that's pretty good balance between the two of those guys running the football, especially because you were down so early. Peoples-Jones, 8 catches for 102. The Chief with 7, 2 touchdowns for Cooper, 6 catches for Bell as well. Pretty really special performance by a couple of the people in that room. On the defensive side of the football, Delpit with 12, 11 for Owusu Koromoa as well. Some TFLs for our team, including 5 TFLs by Myles Garrett. He also led the team with 3.5 sacks, 1.5 for Clowney, 1 for Jordan Elliott. And then how big was the Warden, that pick at the end of the game? And it was absolutely massive. And they absolutely had to have it. Kid York, a confident 3 for 3 here again today, as well as the Browns 37 and the Chiefs 34. Look at this little, oops, I apparently hit the wrong button too fast. But that little graph, the scoring graph, wild how much they were up, and then we just came back aggressively in the fourth quarter. Huge win for the Browns. Kid, anything else to wrap this one up?
No, that was one of the finest games we've seen on channel history. It was a lot of fun to witness. And, obviously, when you had to have it, you had your huge superstars show up in critical moments. Myles Garrett with those final 2 sacks. You had Cade York, obviously, very much clutch in this one. You had Denzel Ward with that massive pick. Perion Winfrey showing up in a big way to force a great 3-and-out. I mean, it was all kinds of individual efforts, but then the team effort as well, really just rallying behind the leaders on this team to make quite an impressive comeback possible.
Absolutely. You guys, it was our pleasure hanging out with you today. It was an absolutely wild game, even with a little post-mortem. We sort of didn't talk about it in the first quarter either. So there you can see it, AFC Championship. It's the Raiders headed to Vegas.
I think that's the first time we've seen them in postseason.
I think maybe the first time we've seen them in a while. I don't remember playing them since Devontae Adams has been on the team.
Right.
Derek Carr, of course.
Right,
so,
I don't think we have.
Yeah, that'll be a fun sim. Of course, they have Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, a good team there. And then, of course, the Cowboys and Niners on the other side. Iconic, historical matchup there as well. So
Yes,
really excited to bring these to you over the course of the week here as we are now in this 2-week lull before the real Browns kick it off. So
only one or 2 seed made it too. It's a 1, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes. Pretty wild as well as, I was to say the Saints lost in the first round. Titans barely won, and then you can see they're 26-20 losing to the Raiders. So we will be bringing you those ones. Make sure you stay paying attention to the Discord. We'll always announce in advance of when we go live. Appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys are the best, and it's been a lot of fun. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd appreciate that. We're about to be at 850, which is awesome. I think we're at 848 or 849 or something like that. So we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And again, we'll continue to knock these out until we win or go home, or win it all. So only 2 games left potentially for that final outcome. So again, really appreciate it, Kit. So glad you were back home and were able to hop on the mic. Good to have my partner in crime back. But we really appreciate everybody. Thank you guys. Have a super rest of your Sunday. And today all we've got to say is
Go